Hello and welcome to RoundGlass. I'm Leah Cullis and I'm your guide for our session today. In our yoga practice today, we're going to be focusing on creating space for healing. So when we use yoga postures and we dive deep into our own breath, we are able to create space in the body, physically. Wherever you start to encounter tension or tightness, that's where your body's been holding, or we could look at it as stuck energy. When we use the tools of breath and posture, and then we invest over time with our attention, we can start to make space within the body. We free up some of that energy. And when we free up our energy physically, there's a ripple effect, energetically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So today, we're going to slow things down a little bit and be more gentle in our approach to the postures. And as we do so, I invite you to make space within your body so that you can feel more and heal. So let's get started. A couple of things to keep in mind. I always use props when I practice, so I invite you to have 2 yoga blocks close to you. If you don't have blocks today, that's totally fine. You can use whatever's around you in your home, like pillows or cushions from the couch, or even your water bottle is a really great tool to have near you to help lift the earth up to you and also support your head, your neck, your upper back when we're in more restorative postures. Today we're also going to borrow from the Yin tradition. So we'll take a few breaths in our seated meditation, and then we'll get moving on the floor. All right, so come into our first position. I'm in Virasana, which is a kneeling position. You can also come into Sukhasana, ankles crossed. I'm sitting on a yoga block. You can feel free to sit on the floor, whatever helps you to be comfortable and get grounded in your body and start to be more present with your breath. Today we'll begin with one hand at the heart, one hand at the low belly. And close your eyes. As you close your eyes, turn your attention to your breath. And start to expand your natural rhythm. So it's not quite an Ujjayi breath, it's a gentler Ujjayi. With full expansion from your center, your spine, out in all directions on your inhale. And then feel the softening from your skin down through your bones to your center on your exhale. Just a few moments in silence and stillness is a form of meditation. Now bring your hands to heart center. And take a moment to set your unique intention for your practice today. Maybe you've already identified something that you're ready to heal or lean into as part of your healing process. Let your unique aim guide you every breath, every posture. Take a deep breath in, fill up all the way. Open mouth, exhale. Bow your chin to your chest. Release your hands to your thighs. Slowly open your eyes and lift your gaze. All right. Now let's come into butterfly pose. So I'm going to turn to face the long way on my mat. Butterfly pose is like cobbler's pose or Baddha Konasana. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together, spread the knees out wide like butterfly wings, but we're going to create some space between our groin and our heels. So go ahead and slide your heels forward to make a diamond shape. It's about 2 hand lengths between your groin and your heels. Okay, then you can go ahead and scoop the flesh out underneath your sits bones, catch the front of your shins, inhale, lift your heart high, get as long as you can through your whole spine, and keep that length. Here's where you might want to use some blocks. We'll hold this pose for about 2 to 3 minutes. And as I said before, we're borrowing from the Yin tradition. So you want to come into the fold until you feel that first layer of resistance. then pause and stay there. So for some of us, it may look like using 2 blocks and setting the forehead down on the blocks. For others, it may look like using 1 block laying on the feet, and then you can also scoop your wrists underneath your ankles, palms down or palms up, then gently lay your forehead down. Some of you may not use any props in this pose, and your feet can lay in the inner, or your forehead can lay in the inner arches of your feet. Whatever shape you come into, you want to pause when you feel that first layer of resistance, then close your eyes and dive deep into your full expansive breath. Now, the key is here to not pull yourself down into the shape. We're working on top of so much daily stress, just living in modern life. These postures are an invitation to just simply pause, breathe, feel what's already there, feel what we're working on top of, and then free ourselves up, make space physically. And how do you do that? By sending your breath and your attention to the areas within you that are illuminated by the posture and start to show up in the body's language of sensation. So for me, every single practice, and I've been practicing for a long time, where I feel it is my upper back and my neck. So that's where I'm lifting my inhales to. And on my exhales, I soften my whole body towards the earth. Now that we've been here for a little while, maybe you try releasing 1 block or both blocks and notice the shape that your body comes into without any support. Some of my sensation has shifted to my low back, so I'll send my breath there for 10 more deep breaths. Now, whenever you feel your body start to urges start to come up where you tense or tighten, or you want to pull yourself down to go deeper, that's part of the process. Simply watch those reactions coming up from within, maybe old habits or the way that you approach life off the mat. On the mat, this is a time and space to simply witness what comes up, stay in stillness, and respond with your breath. All right, wherever you are, ground your palms. So I'm going to turn my palms down to the mat. Blink your eyes open and slowly roll 1 vertebra at a time. So from your low belly, then lift your heart up. Now lift your gaze. Set your feet on the floor, slide your hips slightly forward, lay down into reclined butterfly pose. So keep the same position of your feet, lay down on your back, palms face up. Allow a few breaths for that opening to integrate within you. Notice what's illuminated within you now in this posture. And then bring your hands to your heart and your low belly. Remember your intention. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Blink your eyes open. Catch underneath your thighs. Gently squeeze your knees together, then pull both legs into your chest. If it feels good, you can make little circles with your sacrum on the earth. And then switch other side, other direction. Then catch behind your knees and just take a gentle rock up, or you can roll to one side and then sit up. Cross your ankles, come into downward facing dog. Plant your hands to the top of the mat. You can always move through tabletop pose, and when you're ready, lift your tail high, straighten your legs to your degree. We always want to keep an element of softness, a water-like quality in the joints, so we never want to lock out. Continue to make space for healing. To heal, we have to allow the blood, the oxygen, energy, prana to flow. All right. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, work your knee in towards your nose, lift your low belly, and then step to your right thumb. Lower your left knee down to the ground. This is a great place to use some of your blocks here. If you want to get more extension through your heart, you can press down into one or both blocks. Reach your heart forward, lift your vision beyond the horizon line. And then ground your hands, swivel your left shin back, work your right hand to the inside of your right knee. If you're on a block and you need a little more space, you can keep your hand to the outside. Left hand to your left hip. Now turn your heart towards the sky. You should feel a long stretch from your bottom leg up through your heart, and as well as long through your right side ribs. Next option, sweep your left arm long. Another big inhale, reach your heart more forward. Nice. Look down, frame the top of your mat, extend your left leg back, pop your left knee up, and step back, downward facing dog. Pedal out your knees, shake out your head. And notice the difference between your two sides. Okay, left side, inhale, float your left leg high. So we expand with every inhale. On your exhale, draw your knee into your nose. Even if it takes a couple steps, step your left foot to the top of your mat, lower your right knee down. Tense your fingertips or hands to your blocks. Inhale, reach your heart forward, lift your gaze. Feel yourself as long and expansive in this shape. Now, kick your right heel off the left edge of your mat. If you can, left hand to the inside of your left knee. Press your knee and your tricep together. I'm going to turn to face y'all. Grab your right hand with your right hip. Really work down into the earth with your right leg, then turn your heart up to the sky. Big full breaths here. And wherever you feel sensation, allow your breath to flow to that area of your body. Sweep your right arm long. Take another deep healing inhale. Exhale, look down to the earth. Plant both hands to the top of your mat and step back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full exhale out. Look forward. Slowly walk your feet up to your hands. Feel the connection with your mat with every step that you take. Get present to the support beneath you. All right, you can always use your hands or your blocks at the top of your mat for a little support with halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen your spine long. See, I'm tensioning my fingertips on my block. You want to lengthen, make space through your whole spine. So extend your tail back, heart forward, gaze is down. Exhale, forward fold. Press down into your feet. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Set your gaze at your fingertips or close your eyes. And just take a moment to feel your expansive breath within your body. And remember your intention. When you're clear on your aim, your intention, your breath creates a powerful pathway to radiate this energy within you. Blink your eyes open, yogis. With your exhale, release your hands by your sides. Tadasana Pose. This is the blueprint for every yoga pose that we create. We have space across the heart, space along the spine, and we fully embody our aliveness. Next, inhale, circle your arms wide, reach up and look to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, bow, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. You can use your blocks or palms to shins. With your exhale, plant your hands, step back into a high plank pose. Take another big breath in and get longer. You always have the option to lower your knees down. Next, exhale, lower your whole front body down to the earth. Seal the tops of your feet. Pull your hands back so they're underneath your elbows. Bring alignment to your bones. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your head, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. If you have up dog in your practice, you can of course take that. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your gaze between your heels and smooth out your breath. Even on the inhale, Full and complete on your exhale. One more Sun A at the rhythm of one breath per movement. Inhale, look forward. Bend your knees, then step, walk, or hop to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, reach all the way up. Exhale, draw your hands through heart center, then palms face forward by your sides. One round of healing breath here. Inhale, and exhale, settle into your strength. Inhale, circle your arms wide open. Exhale, bend your knees and forward fold. Remember softness in the joints. Palms to shins, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step your feet back. On your exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, your back bend, up dog or cobra, heart open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Next inhale, look forward, bend your knees, listen carefully. Exhale, step your feet to your pinky fingers. Okay, turn your toes out slightly. Come into a modified halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Grab a block, place your seat behind you like a little stool, and then come down into Malasana Yogi squat pose. For Malasana, you've got 3 settings on your block, so find the one that works best for you. Or if you're ready, you can take out the block completely. Go deep down into your hips. Our hips are sometimes similar to like the storage closets within our house, where old memories or emotions can get locked away or put on the shelf. When we come into deep hip postures linked with our rhythmic breath, we can start to free up some space around those old memories or emotions. So take another deep breath in, exhale, fingertips to the earth, lift your tail high, spin your toes in, wide forward fold. If it feels good, you can sway your hips side to side. Toe heel your feet back into hip distance, halfway lift, inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, plant your hands to the earth, step back. We'll go straight into downward facing dog this time. Then pedal out your knees. Recenter on your healing breath. With your next inhale, sweep your right leg high, 3-legged dog. Create full expansion through your body. On your exhale, step to your right thumb. All right, listen carefully. Spin your left heel down to the earth. Walk your right hand to the inside of your right foot. We're in warrior legs, warrior 1 legs with both hands on the earth. Inhale, scoop your heart forward. Keep the length across your whole spine, and exhale, soften more your heart and your head towards the ground. Some of y'all can come to your forearms. Couple more breaths here. Press down through your feet, so really stable through your base. Now walk your hand off the left edge of your mat. Extend straight out from your hips through your shoulders, get really long, and exhale, soften to your degree. Continue to press down through your feet and work your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Deep, full healing breaths here, yogis. All right, you can either stay here, go back to the first position, or some of you can reach your left fingertips back by your left big toe, right hand to your inner right thigh, gently coax your right hip open with your hands. Stay grounded through all 4 points of both feet. All right, sweep your hands to the top of your mat, frame your right foot, pop your left heel up, step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here to move in a way that helps soothe your nervous system and honor your unique openings. And then settle into stillness. Witness what's changed, what's opened for you so far. Where is your healing breath and energy flowing now? Left side, inhale, float your left leg high, get as long as you can. Exhale, step to your left thumb, spin your right heel down. I'm going to turn and face all of you. Warrior one legs, both hands to the inside of your left foot. Inhale, think cow pose. Scoop your heart forward, get as long as you can while staying anchored to the earth, anchored to your mat. Exhale, soften your head, soften your heart. You might want to crawl your hands more forward. Breathe into what you feel. Never forcing anything, never pushing up against your edges, just meeting them with curiosity, compassion, and calm. Option to stay here or work your hands off the side of your mat. So now we're coming into warrior two legs while bowing forward with our chests and our hearts. Dig down through your feet and breathe deep into your hips. Next option, crawl your right finger tap by your right foot, left palm to your inner left thigh, gently work your hip open. So you're using a traditional stance, deep full breath, and a little funky posture through your upper body. It's all part of the process of healing. You got to find the shapes that work best for you. Right, reground yourself through your feet. Sweep both hands to frame your left foot. And when you're ready, step back, downward facing dog. Then drop down to your knees, sit back on your heels. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Tune in and feel. Where is your breath flowing within you? How does it feel when you've created space in your tissues? What are the emotions and energies that correspond with your physical opening today? Invite it in. Then bring your hands to your heart. Sink back up. Deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Right, open your eyes. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Hands to the top of your mat. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. With your inhale, three-legged dog, right side high. Exhale, step to your right thumb, spin your left heel down. As you dig down through your feet, warrior two, chest up, arms up, heart open, hips open. Send your gaze straight forward over your right middle fingernail, and then settle your shoulders down your back. Straighten your front leg, flip your front palm to the sky. Inhale, reverse your triangle pose. So we've got big long lines through the whole body, opening up in all directions. Keep all of this space, then hinge forward. Reach, reach, reach beyond the top. You can't go any further. Then right hand down, left arm to the sky. Trikonasana Triangle Pose. Triangle is a great place to pillow block to help lift the earth up to you. We want to make space through both side ribs as much as possible. So notice if you're arcing up, just soften your left ribs in, lengthen your right ribs, create space for healing. Sweep your top arm long, look down, rebend your right knee, frame your front foot with both hands, pop your left heel up, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step forward, ground your right heel. Inhale, eyes into your warrior two. I'll turn to face you. So with these big, wide open stances, we make space across the hips, we make space across the heart. As we open up the lines of energy within us, our healing rhythmic radiates prana. Prana is life force energy. So when your tissues get more breath, you get more healing energy. Straighten your front leg. Lift from your toes up into your core. Flip your front palm, reverse your triangle. Keep all the space, then hinge forward. Stay long through both side ribs. Left hand down, right arm high. Make space for breath without forcing. Let your body be an invitation for healing. Sweep your top arm over, look down, frame your front foot, tune into your core and step back. Down dog. Nice work, yogis. Drop back down to your knees, and we're going to come into a supported back bend, saddle pose. Saddle pose, I love having my blocks near me. There are so many ways to create this pose. It's going to look different for each of us. So you really want to set yourself up for support by honoring your uniqueness, honoring the areas within you that you're focusing on today. Okay, so I'm placing both of my blocks to support my head and my upper back. Some of you might not need them at all. For the setup at the base, touch your big toes together, widen your knees wider than hip distance. If this is too much feet already, you can come into Virasana, knees together, heels wide. You can sit on your cushion or one of your blocks. Stay there, or if that's not working for you, you just sit down and give yourself a little. There's always a pose within every pose for everybody. If you're coming into saddle, key action here. Lean your hands back, lift your hips up, thread your tailbone through, sit back down on your heels. You should feel a stretch through your quads now. This may be where you pause and you stay. Remember, we want to come into the pose to the appropriate degree without forcing, without pushing, just honoring our body's first limit. Then we send healing breath to those tissues. Okay, if you're ready to go deeper, you can start to lean back onto the support of your block. Now, it might take a couple tries to find the right position for you. Ooh, I think I first try. And then extend your arms by your sides, palms facing up. You should feel a gentle opening where you're clear on where to send your healing breath. Focus loving, compassionate attention. And as the saying goes, where your mind goes, energy flows. So use the posture to create space physically. Use your breath to open up even greater space and send healing energy. Once you're in your pose, close your eyes and enjoy this inward journey on your path to healing. If your shoulder blades are all the way on the ground, you can grab opposite elbows for fullest expression with your arms overhead. We got about 10 more deep breaths here, yogis. When you feel the urge to start to fidget or fight in the pose, notice that urge coming up for you. And instead, can you use your breath as a tool for inner expansion, for creating space? Use your tool to help send healing energy within you. Rather than making adjustments to your outer expression, bring more attention to your inner alignment and your intention. When you're ready, turn your palms down to the ground. We'll use our arms, forearms, and hands to help up. Engage your low belly, slowly lift up. Bring your knees together. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Drop one hip down to the ground. Swing your legs out in front of you. You can move your blocks to the side. We'll take 3 healing breaths and a final forward fold. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms high, get long, open up the space through your body. Exhale, forward fold. Take any variation that feels good to you. You can even bend your knees deeply, rest your palms by your sides, or pull yourself into the shape. Honor the natural urges that are coming up for you as you seal your practice into your center. Next inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale here, tone your core. Inhale, rise up, expanded within you. And then come to lay down on your back, Shavasana. Shavasana, separate your feet wider than your mat. Remember, take up your space, make space physically to create a ripple effect energetically, emotionally, and beyond. Open your arms wide with your palms facing up. And then surrender your breath. As you let go physically, you allow the healing to take root within you. Final rest, Shavasana. As you take rest, I will come up to my seat. Simply rest and receive the healing benefits from your yoga practice today. And if you have the space, please stay. Stay and savor the sweetness of this final pose. If you're ready to move on, begin to reawaken your fingers and your toes. And stretch your whole body long. Open up into the space you've cultivated physically all through class. With a big exhale, pull your knees into your heart and gently over to one side. Keeping your eyes closed, use your hands to lift your heart and your head up. Return to your seat. And let's all turn towards one another as we kneel with our hands united in prayer at heart center. Roll your shoulders up by your ears. Stay open across your heart. We'll seal our healing practice today with a final Om, the sacred sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Lift your hands up to your third eye. Feel the wisdom from your body into your mind. Bowing forward, together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. Please join us for more healing yoga and meditation sessions on RoundGlass, and you can join us on our app as well. See you, Yogis. Be well.